velocity, and I had a hard time keeping up. Soon enough, everybody was forced to help extinguish them. Our mother, Jane, heard the stomping overhead and came up the stairs. It's almost magical how good you can feel in the split second before you get caught. The moment just before everything goes bad feels so much better than all the moments that precede it. Our mother twisted the ball of her foot onto the smoldering rug like she was putting out a cigarette. Then she ran to the bathroom and returned with a cup of water to douse it. The five of us, mother and children, stood looking blankly at each other, surrounded by the scent of sulfur, yum, and airborne pieces of toilet paper ash, as Jane shook drips out of the cup and onto the rug. Jane had never punished us. She would get aggravated, wag her finger, mutter under her breath, and occasionally slam a pot or pan, or deliver an empty threat to leave one of us by the side of the road and drive away. Beyond that, she had no system of punishment. If she was disappointed, she told you. If she was furious, she ignored you. She always claimed we were just really good kids and didn't need to be punished. Her limited experience with discipline held no category for what we had just done. Jane decided to send us to bed without any supper. I'm not sure where she came up with this idea, but as we lay in our beds, whispering to each other in the late afternoon of a long summer's day, it felt Victorian and punitive, like something out of a fairy tale. We were told we could not leave our beds, and from our quilted prisons, we had lots of time to consider and be sorry for what we had done. Rachel, age 8, immediately started writing notes to our mother, apologizing, challenging the sentence, and demanding clemency. Anne, age 7, was trying to think of ways to coax our dog Tippy up the stairs to join us. Charlie was silent from his room on the other side of the hallway. Jane put on a record downstairs, Slaughter on 10th Avenue. She liked its throbbing score when she was feeling riled. I was worried that she would tell our father, Buck, when he came home. Buck wasn't home all that often. He was either on the road selling paint for Sherwin-Williams, doing construction, or farming. During those years, we were unsure of what our father did for a living. But when he was home, he was definitely in charge. Unlike Jane, who could be counted on to eventually side with us, Buck was completely unpredictable. He didn't have to deliver punishments. Mainly, keeping us afraid of him was his primary parenting tool. For instance, that previous Easter, when we bounded down the stairs in the morning looking for our Easter baskets, Buck was waiting for us. He was sitting calmly in front of the wood stove in the dining room, smoking a cigarette, drinking coffee, and smirking. No baskets. He looked at us. Oh, yeah, I've got some bad news. Red got out last night. I'm afraid he got the Easter bunny. It was a real mess. Buck took a slow drag and looked at us impassively. Red was our neighbor's psychotic junkyard dog. He often strained powerfully at his chain, menacing anyone who came within his worn-out circle of terror. When passing Red's house, we walked on the other side of the road. Charlie, Rachel, and Anne looked skeptical. Buck was famous for being a mean tease who nonetheless always referred to himself as a kidder. I burst into tears, my specialty. Buck sat there calmly looking at us until our mother came into the room carrying our baskets. She had gotten up early and had been hiding colored eggs and little piles of jelly beans around the house and yard. "Oh, now stop it," she said to me. "He's joking." Oh, humor, I thought. Now we lay in fear in our beds after our house-burning episode. Because Buck seemed capable of just about anything, his coming up the stairs was the worst-case scenario. At around 6 o'clock, we heard our mother's footfall on the staircase. I wondered if she would spank or beat us with a switch. These were punishments she had never even hinted at. However, after being sent to bed without supper, anything seemed possible. Jane opened the bedroom door with her foot. She was carrying a tray on which were cut up hot dogs, milk, fruit, and pie. She served each of us on our beds. I wondered if this was what it was like to stay in a hotel, having your meal served to you on a tray like that.